Hey everyone, welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel. Let's talk about that controversial ingredient, the lupin flower. Hey everyone, welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel where we release videos about 3 times a week, and then on Sunday we host a live stream affectionately called Coffee Talk, where we brew a beverage and talk about its origins, history, and then often pair it with a ketogenic recipe. Then we chat amongst ourselves. So make sure that you're subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon so you're reminded every time I upload or go live. And with that standard YouTube spiel out of the way, let's talk about the excitement that's been happening amongst our keto influencers. And that is that Perfect Keto released a macaroni and cheese made from lupin flower, and it is driving the food police crazy. Especially because pretty much all the influencers were like, tastes pretty good. Yeah, I would eat this and recommend it. And that just like bent people's noodle, like, how dare? And they are the vicious keyboard warriors, and I sort of understand, although they could dial it back about 10 notches. But I thought really what we need to do is have a serious geekification about lupin flower. That's my new word. I'm making it up today. So what is lupins? Lupins are legumes. So that's probably why a lot of the food police are out in full force, because generally in keto we don't eat a lot of legumes, but except for when we do. How many people eat peanuts? All the time. We love peanuts. If you're not allergic to them or intolerant to them or have gut issues when you eat them. Oh, right. Okay. So there we have a good start. In fact, the lupin is very related to the peanut. You should know that if you are allergic to peanuts, there's probably almost a 45 to 50% chance that you are allergic to lupins. So you definitely want to get that test and double check. And I don't mean just your surface test. They can do all kinds of allergy testing. You should have that done. They are also, you should know that while garbanzo beans are not lupins and do not contain lupin flower or anything like that, it's two separate legumes, but they're in the same family with the peanut. So if you have issues with garbanzo beans, you probably shouldn't eat lupins. But test it before you get upset about it. And you should know that, peanuts, lupins, and garbanzo beans, are they the greatest keto ingredients? No, but are they bad ingredients? Also no, because they're in that weird little gray, wishy area of some people can eat this and it's all right. Not all the time, because their total carbs are high, but when it comes to diabetes type 2, most people will tell you they're not getting that high insulin spike when they eat things with lupin flower. Now, it's a whole bunch of difficult things that I can only tell you is you have to test it for yourself. And if some people can eat it, great. And some people are just simply not going to be able to. I'm one of those people right here that can't eat them. And it makes me very jealous of the people who can, but it is what it is. And quite frankly, there are plenty of things that I can eat. So, as well as there are lots of things that other people can eat and that I can't have for whatever reasons. That's all right. But just because I can't have something doesn't mean someone else shouldn't. Shoot, there are people who can't eat salad, but I eat it all the time. Although right now, I don't really want it because that's what gave me the food poisoning. So, but it's really the intolerance and the allergy that is the biggest concern with the lupin bean. I know total carbs are a problem as well. If you are 100% a total carb who don't subtract, who never subtracts. But if I'm honest, even though most of the time I do total carbs, I do a lot of justification all on my own. And so I don't really care if someone else likes to justify as well. If I'm asked for my advice and somebody is having a struggle, I do say you might want to track. And if you're eating some of these things where you justify by subtraction or because it hasn't impacted you in the past, take it out for a couple weeks and see if it makes a difference. Because that can evolve and change over time. So, but the lupin bean, let me talk about that a little bit more. The lupin bean, you make lupin flour, uh, lupini seeds. Other names for it are I don't know how it's said, termes or termes. I don't know, it's other ways, but altramuse, tarwi, termos. I'm sure there's more. There's probably like 3 or 4 more, and I don't remember it. And you should know that it is gluten free. So there's that. It's a plus. It's not a wheat. Wheat is way worse than lupin for a majority of people. Again, accepting your allergies. So yeah, you can avoid, if you aren't sensitive to the lupin flour, then you can avoid the ingestion issues that come from wheat. It's complicated. Now, here's your other thing. Lupin flour. If you are in European countries, they're going to call it out on the label as a potential for allergens. If you're in the United States or Canada, our food regulatory guidelines do not make us call it out, even though peanut, tree nuts, soy, wheat, fish, shellfish, dairy, egg, I forget what else. There's 1 or 2 more that go in that allergy list that they have to put on the label. Lupin is not one of those, but you should be every bit as aware of it as you are those other ingredients. So those are a lot of things. You should know also that lupin is used a lot of times in a substitute for places where they use gluten or soy products. As well as a dairy and egg substitute. So you want to make sure you're paying attention there. And the only way to know if you have a problem with this is through testing, whether it's medical testing or self-testing via ingestion. So before you make a judgment, try it out. Yes, be a part of them. Try it out, Scouts. Some of the things that you might find lupin pasta in would be baked goods, breads, a lot of sauces, fermented items and beverages like beers, and often it can be used as a filler in sausages and hamburgers. So you really got to watch it and be very careful. They would say that pretty much in the broad spectrum of people with intolerance or allergies, it's not high, but people with peanut allergies or gluten allergies or people like myself with celiac, suddenly it's a lot higher. So those are things you need to be very careful about. And let me think here. They do find that there's actually that solid linkage there for between peanut and lupin. So I'm trying to remember because I keep saying testing, and I told you not just the skin scratching test, but there was another one, and I can't remember the name. It's the serum IgE test. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, and that's the blood testing and things like that. So, be careful if you're doing the oral test because, like I said, just be careful. Educate yourself on your body and how that impacts you. So we don't have to get like a keyboard warrior over it, but you do need to be awareness. They're not wrong when they say it's a problem ingredient that we really ought to pay more attention to and not just jump all full head first into it's a glorious ingredient, let's eat it. I know that there are tons and tons of recipes that use lupin flour. Uh, there's some chips that are made with lupin flour, and people love them, and that's great. But it should go in your sometimes food category, not your everyday staple category. That we can make that recommendation 100% because it is higher in carbs, even if they're carbs that you can net out or things like that, and it's not a bad net out like a maltitol or a dextrose, things where it's pretty much guaranteed to be bad for almost everybody. So, what else am I thinking that we have missed? Boy, all I know is that people were big mad about that mac and cheese, and that it was like 50-50. If people were not like in a rage, then they were cheering it to the skies. And I was just like, well, I wish it was for me. But, we can't have everything, right? So I think that's pretty much everything we needed. This should be quick, easy, but I'd love to hear what you think about this. And the other thing I just wanted to mention is I saw people making some nasty comments about people pushing goods because of their affiliations. And I know I'm wearing a Two Crazy Ketos. They took a brunt, I'm sure. I think I saw a lot of it on theirs, but it was not just them. There were other people as well, and people were pretty vicious. Listen, YouTube, if you are monetized and people give you product, you know what? Some people are gonna do what they're gonna do. And hello, they're making free content for you. So if they like a product, okay. And if they like it, that's okay. People can like what they like. There are some things that I like that I know other people give me that like, okay, we're gonna chuck that up to your nerdness. Goodbye. And that's okay. So enjoy it if you want to enjoy it, and if you can enjoy it, you should absolutely get it. Do it. Have fun. Life is short, and you are worth it. If you have a problem with it, though, stay far, 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 far away, but don't be mad about it. It's okay. We'll all have ourselves some nice big ribeyes, which most of us can have, unless you are beef intolerant, which I don't really think that's a very big thing. I do know a lot of people who are weirdly allergic to pork. Pork. Eh. Then I might be really actually jealous, because if I were allergic to pork, I don't know what I would do. I love it. Now I've gone completely off kilter. So that's everything I can think of. I just really wanted to touch on it, and why people were jumping on the Lupin train. And that's because when it comes to the studies that have studied lupins and diabetics, they're not seeing that big insulin spike from it. So, but if you have a lot of intolerances, then absolutely it's a questionable ingredient. So awareness is everything. I know there was something else I wanted to add, which is why I keep rambling, but I forget all about it. So it is what it is. I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day. I think that you are fantastic. Remember, your journey is yours and yours alone. Although you don't have to take it by yourself, you have all the love and support from so many people around you. And just keep at it, keep trying, keep asking questions, and share it. We'll see you on Friday for Cheese Friday, and then again on Sunday when we're doing some exciting stuff. See you there. Have a good one. Bye-bye.